It was a regular day on self-improvement. It was March 28th, 2024, and I was just living my normal day-to-day life, being a guy on self-improvement. I was reading my books, I was studying on how to get rich, I was planning for the future, I was doing my push-ups in the morning and exercising, I did my meditation, I did my gratitude, I lived my normal everyday life. I went to school, I made some new life stories, I indulged in more social gratification, I leveled up my social intelligence, and I just was living the life that I always enjoyed, and the life that I was always desiring to always have. Totally a normal day. And that's the same thing that I thought to myself when I was going to sleep. I was gonna wake up at the same time and start my day like any other. And so I went to sleep, I closed my eyes, I kept out all of the negative thoughts from my head, and I just told myself to relax, and in a couple of minutes, I fell asleep. But this time something different happened. I didn't wake up at 5 a.m. as usual. Now it was the 29th of March, but I woke up at 6 a.m. And this is all because of the time change. The time has flipped once again for 1 hour. And oh boy, did it make me really mad. It broke my consistency that I've been consistently and honorably building for the past 6 months or even more. And now I needed to fix it once again, just because some idiot want want to make more profits who already have so much money that they can retire 10 generations in the future. But I said to myself, whatever, I'll get back on track like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, sure, it really threw me off because, yeah, I was really used to that old morning routine of mine. And now I lost an hour just because some idiot wanted to change it. Now I needed to adjust once again. But since we are men on self improvement, and especially since we are timeless readers in our clan, we take every single challenge and we charge into it head onwards. And this was before I even started recording videos for our clan. So this was me who was so much less advanced in self improvement than I am right now. Oh boy. That's the paradox. Every single 6 months that pass on self improvement, you just look at yourself 6 months ago and think to yourself, what a dumbass. What was I doing back then? Of course, this was the way. I just had no idea how to do it. But even me from back then confidently knew how to get around this problem. And did you know what I do? I just completely stayed the same to my old routine. Because every single day I go to sleep at around 8:30 p.m. and that always gets me up and going since like 3 a.m. I'm not joking. Every single day I wake up at 3 a.m. but I don't get out of bed until like 5 a.m. I take that 2 hours just to lay in bed, just to lay there comfortably, just to, snooze up, possibly even have a little nap. And so I feel completely refreshed when I get up from the bed. I don't know why, but I only need like 7 hours of sleep, which is enough for me and it is sufficient to get me throughout the entire day. And it always gets me going, like there's no tomorrow. So, yeah. And also, just laying there counts as sleep for me as well. I don't know why, but it just recovers me even faster when I have my eyes closed. So, yeah, by that logic, I get like 8 hours of sleep every single day when you think about it. So there's no complaining to say about that. I was getting my normal dose of sleep and I was happy. The only thing that I needed to fix was that I needed to go to sleep a little bit earlier, not 8:30, but around 8 as well, which is completely fine. I could manage that. And so for the next week, I just started doing this once again, and I recovered it back. Like there was no obstacle in the first place. And in around a week from that point onwards, I started to be consistent at waking up at 5 a.m. once again. Although it did really throw me off, I got back in the loop once again. And my morning routine thanked me heavily for it. Because the muscles, oh boy, the progress that I made afterwards was completely ridiculous. And of course, the benefits from my discipline, from my willpower, and from my productivity also skyrocketed after I overcame this powerful challenge. And this was the same discipline that got me into recording videos every single day for our clan. And I'm really grateful that I got this huge obstacle, because this was something that I just wasn't expecting whatsoever. I'm not really that in the loop when it comes to time changes. Like, when in October, the time you get plus 1 hour of sleep, and in March, as I already said, you get an hour less. It's, I don't know when it exactly happens, but I'm not in the loop, so yeah, when it hits me like a truck. But what matters the most is that I have the ability to overcome it. No matter the life test, I always get back up, because I'm just an unbreakable wall, and no matter what, I continue to go forward like a bullet. And right now, after a year and a half of wake up at 5 a.m., this is the exact routine that I follow every single night to stay consistent, and to, even when this challenge shows up, you always get back into the loop, no matter the circumstances. You always get yourself back into the grinder, and you continue to be productive once and again, every single day. You never relapse. And this is exactly what happened to me. The first thing that you need to change, and this is the most important one out of them all, without this one, the two other ones will be completely useless. You need to change your mindset when it comes to waking up at 5 a.m. You need to consciously rewire your subconscious mind to believe that you're actually gonna wake up at that time. Now, I know it sounds very vague, but it actually makes sense. You have this inner clock in your body, and I'm pretty sure all of us know this by this point. And so you need to just consciously say to yourself, and you need to make this as tangible as possible, because we're going to be using an affirmation for this. And you must say out loud to yourself, I'm going to wake up at 4:45 a.m. I'm going to wake up at 4:45 a.m. You get it? Just repeat that like 5 times, both in your head and in the real world. Now, you don't have to shout it, of course. Just say it loud enough that you can hear it yourself. Just don't say it in front of your parents. Just say it like after you pray, before you go to sleep. And yeah. And what I mean by making it as tangible as possible, when you're starting out, you will need to take in as much senses as possible. I'm so advanced in this that I only need to say it out loud to myself, and I just wake up at that time. My inner clock is rewired so much that when I just say it 4 times, it just happens. Meaning that before you go to sleep, for example, and you journal, you need to write it in your journal at least 5 times that you're gonna wake up at that specific time. You need to make it tangible to your eyes and to your touch also, that it is an actual real event that is gonna happen. Because now you won't have just a single sense that will put in all of the work, but you will have three. You won't just have hearing because you say it out loud. You will also have vision and touch. Now you can also add in taste, but yeah, I don't suggest that you should eat your journal papers, of course. But you understand what I'm trying to say. Just put in as much senses as possible. You need to make it as much apparent as you need to make it to your subconscious mind that, yeah, this is indeed happening, because reality is changed by its observer, and you are the observer. You have the power to change your subconscious mind. You just don't realize this overpowered ability. So just make your brain believe it is such a placebo effect, but it works. You just need to be consistent on it every single night, and it will happen, because it happened to me. Okay? So start doing this every single night. Now, let's move on to the second tip, and that is, you need to get everything done. Every single task that you have, whether it is reading, working on your online business, the good habits like meditation, or talking to a girl, any one of these challenges that you set for yourself every single day, you must complete them now. I don't mean like the long term goals that you will fulfill like a year from now, but the daily challenges that you split for yourself, that you take the long term goals that you have and you split it into daily tasks that you need to fulfill every single day. I'm talking about those kinds of goals. You need to get them done every single day. Otherwise, you will be just thinking about them before you go to sleep, and you won't consciously realize this, but they will really fuck you up. You won't be able to get rid of them unless you get them done. So please, take that extra time out of your day and be a little bit more disciplined, because just think about how much your sleep suffers because of it. You don't just suffer mentally in the present time, but you will suffer in the future as well, because you will be more sleep deprived and just won't be a pretty picture. So that is another huge reason why you want to level up your discipline, so that something like this doesn't happen to you. And the last tip is, of course, consistency. Both of these are skills that you must implement into your daily life. And how do we get better at a certain skill? Well, we failed at it thousands of times. We fail until we actually get it right. There are a million ways to get something completely incorrectly, and there's that one way that gets us the end result, the one right way that will bring us towards greatness. All you need to do is just find it. But that takes, like I already said, those thousands of tries. Or in our case, when it comes to sleep, only like 10 times when you think about it. Because you only need to do this like for 10 days straight until you get used to it. Because that's the amount of time that it took me. It can take a month for you, it can take only a week for you, it can only take 3 days. Who knows? What matters the most is that these are very easy skills that you get used to it very fast. It is not something like practicing judo, where it takes you like 6 months to get it right, of doing like the same kick 1,000 times. Of course, this is something very easy, and plus it is such a brain dead activity that you do at the end of every single day, that you will get used to it no matter what. Even if you don't want to get used to it, it will just become second nature to you. And you will start doing it subconsciously. Okay? If you want to join a community where we discuss our mental health and full of like minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, the same goals as you, who are becoming the best version of themselves every single day to surpass you in the race of men, but at the same time, they will be like your true, blood bonded brothers with whom you can talk about any kind of subject and any kind of awkward story, and they will give you life advice, no matter what, then you can join our Discord clan in the description. I know that if you're watching videos like these and willing to take action, that you have way more potential than you think you have. So please, harness it and join us on the path towards greatness and leave the 99% of people behind. I know that you'll find your place in there. We will take good care of you. But besides that, you can like the video, you can subscribe if you like, join the email list in the description, and get yourself a free ebook about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most, and which part of the video you will implement into your daily life. Don't forget to join the clan, you're still invited, and become a part of the family. If you want to learn about healthy mindsets that will guarantee success in the short term and in the long term by mending the fuck out of your mental health and bring you on the right path, no matter the life test, no matter the goal, no matter the mistake, then I highly suggest that you should go check out Timeless Readers Mindsets. It is truly something life changing, and you would be a fool to miss out, especially with the discount that is happening there right now. I will see you inside. There's a link in the description. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you